Hey everybody, welcome back to FKW. Sorry it's been a little while, I'm Charlie. Coming up on Christmas time, so I got work that's got to get done. Plus other distractions of things that happened yesterday. I asked the Lord to bless those people. I hope that you ask the Lord to bless those people. And I hope to keep them in your prayers. Back to what we're doing here, knife pricing. What this is for the people that want to make a knife and be able to figure out what that knife is worth as they send it out to the market. Alright, so let's get to this. Blade steel, scales, leather, and sheath. Those are variables. That's why they're circled. That all comes down to how much are you buying. Obviously, the more you buy, the cheaper certain things will be. So arbitrarily, this is a per knife cost. So let's just say your steel costs $20. Your scales, handles, cost $15. Your pins and brass cost $1. Epoxy's about $1. Now everything that I'm going to hit here that's not circled is pretty much standard. So there's $1, epoxy's $1, thread's 50 cents, oil and leather is $1.50. That's the oil for just the leather. Oil for the wood, about another $1.50. The blue tape is $1. Belts and drums, you got to figure in usage, $1.50. Drill bits, 25 cents per knife. Business cards, 25 cents per shipment. Contact cement, 25 cents. Sawzall blades, about 50 cents because you're going to chew them up when you're dealing with stainless. Gloves, you're going to use 2 pair, 50 cents. Your dust mask, 25. Towels, shop towels, just your regular roll-out shop towels. You'll go about 25 cents per knife. Electric, $2 a knife, easy. Wax and stain, or wax or stain, 50 cents. Duct tape that goes over your blue tape is $1. Your lanyard, if you're buying the rolls of leather, another $1. Alcohol, 91% isopropyl, 25 cents a knife. Sponges, you're going to need 2. You can cut them up. This can be augmented, but it's not going to make a big difference in the scenario. Let's call that 50 cents. Your subtotal on this knife, your cost, is going to be $57.50. Okay? Now, the typical stint and industry standard is at 175%. And we'll get back to why that is. Because it's a lot higher and sometimes a little bit lower. It's $100.63. Take your 163 and your 57.50, put them together, you got 158.13. That's what you're going to set your price at. One thing you haven't figured out yet is what did this cost me per hour, how much is my shipping, and what's my maintenance, use, wear and tear, rent, and mortgage. Now, rent can come into commercial or home, mortgage, commercial or home. Typically, it's a 20% margin of your profit. So if you take 20% out of 100, that leaves you $80. If you did the knife in 5 hours, you made $16 an hour. Still haven't dealt with shipping. Now, let's just say you're doing this and you messed up the knife. And this is where it gets really interesting. You can't, if $57.50 was your cost, you can throw that number out the window now. That becomes $115. You can't add the $100.63 to $115. You already messed up a knife. You're stuck at your market value where you set this at the 158.13. So now you're basically eating the 57.50. So now, what's your per hour? Think about it. Not, if you did it in 5 hours, now it's got to be 10 hours. So what'd you make? Not even $10 an hour. So you got to look at it that way. Shipping, you're going to have to get a scale. You got to factor that into your cost now. I mean, it's not easy. There's so many things that can go wrong in this process here. That don't get discouraged though. I mean, just don't be discouraged. There's a lot of things that can go, wrong. And in here, you'll notice that sometimes it's $6 an hour. Sometimes it's $8 an hour. Sometimes it's 10. Sometimes it's 20. As you get better, this number will go up. But back to the 175%. When you first start off, don't even think about coming in for 175 because you get beat up. When you first start off, be happy if you just double this number. Start off, flea markets, trade shows are better off, but have your best product forward for that. At 175%, you better know what you're doing. Most established knife makers are running 200 to 400% in this margin. So that gives you a little bit of what's going on and what it is. I mean, blade steel, an arbitrary number. This could be a 10. This could be a 50. This could be a 5. This could be a 30. Depending on how you're buying your leather. This could be a 5 or it could be a 15. These numbers stay true. You're basically going to be in that element there. But these are your variables. Always. And that's just what happens with these things. Don't get, like I said again, don't get discouraged. If you're going to set your knife price at $158.13, I would suggest, personally, raise this to $175. If you know what you're doing at the 175%. Because if you raise this to $175, now you can eliminate your shipping, and shipping is included with that knife. If you're going to stick to your hours, minus 20%, so let's say, going back here, you're only making $80 on this knife, and this knife, let's say, took you 8 hours, you made $10 an hour. Well, at that point, a lot of people say, why would you even bother? I mean, just go work at McDonald's, Burger King. I mean, $10 an hour is primarily a national average, I think now. I don't even know what the national average is for minimum wage. But you're sitting there killing yourself for this. Don't listen to them. Stick with it. You will get to your 175. Then you'll eventually get to your 200. You'll eventually get to your 300. Don't get greedy. Do what you can do to handle things. And that's pretty much it when it comes down to this. Just remember, this is all the things you're dealing with. Plus 20%. And that 20% comes out of here. Now, if you want to take this 20% and add it back into your overhead, which is fine, you just priced yourself out of the market. Because you just took this 158 and bounced it to 175 to 200, and you haven't even started shipping yet. That's where you run into issues. Always include your shipping. That's what you want to do. Shipping is key. Don't ever leave shipping out. And I know a lot of people say, shipping included, I'm getting it for this. Oh, trust me, they added it in. On anything you do, it's been added in. So, unless you're running bulk accounts, then with bulk accounts, you'll have to look into this further. What happens is you're going to get lower rates, but you're guaranteeing the government or the shipper X amount of surplus going one way, so therefore they're willing to do it that way. All right. Here's what it is in a nutshell. Remember it. Your numbers are here. Like I said, variable, variable, variable. And those are big variables. But you have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next upload.